Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I got to congratulate you. Played yourself going out to everybody. Right now, we have two Supreme Court justices, Clarence Thomas and John Roberts. It's been documented that they've received illegal gifts at the Supreme Court level. That's right. From people who have interests in cases that they will be presiding over. They've been on trips. It's been documented. They haven't had to recuse themselves at all. That's at the Supreme Court level. But we are making big noise over Fani Willis, who is not even on trial and is the DA, but she was on the stand yesterday. And that's a button, guys.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
It's a big button.
The whole thing.
And the whole thing, all of it. Because it's kind of the state of the state. It's the state of the union where, now, and some people may love this. We've discussed this many times. All the dirty laundry is coming out. If you got dirty laundry, it's coming out. And I don't even think Fani Willis's laundry is that dirty. It's commonplace for people who have relationships with outside counsel, whether they're friendly or romantic or otherwise, to hire. Look, right here in our very own tri-state area, how many people are sitting on a Department of Education or school board that hire their friends as consultants to figure out what they're going to do with money that they receive from us taxpayers? That's happening all the time. Been happening. All the time. I don't like it. But I don't even think it's illegal. We just don't like it. It looks bad. It's a bad optic. And that's what Fani Willis is getting hit with. So I'm hitting everybody with the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Everybody. That scene yesterday of her on the stand and her being like, listen, I'm not even on trial. I was just pacing in my office and I heard Mr. Wade just jumped off the stand, so I ran down here to make sure I said something. Because y'all lying. She wanted action. She wanted so much smoke yesterday. And then another congratulations, you played yourself, to everybody out here who's shocked and awed by Twitter tweets of people calling her ghetto, bitter, a thug, and all the other racialized language people like to use when describing a black woman or black people or brown people for that matter. You get this button. Don't be shocked. Stop it.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Laura, what you got today?
A nightmare. A nightmare, guys. A nightmare. Anybody who's ever been on a flight, I don't even know what I would do. So a passenger on a Delta Airlines flight from Amsterdam to Detroit had a complete nightmare because at least a dozen maggots fell from an overhead bin onto her head and body. They said that she was freaking out. Of course. Trying to get them off. Her couldn't understand until the flight attendants came, opened the overhead compartment, and guess what it was? A rotting fish.
No.
A rotting fish.
Was in somebody's luggage?
Bro, it was wrapped in newspaper in a bag. Do you know the type of harassment I get just because I'm trying to bring like a mini tiny juice box or little things for my kid or random little things and they open up your entire luggage? Nobody saw this giant rotting fish in a bag.
Laura,
yo, it was so bad that they turned around. They turned the pilot was like, nah, fam, we got to go back. So they had to evacuate everybody and throw us, and got everybody on a new flight.
I'm stuck on how nobody smelled it.
That's what I'm saying. No, how do you get through security with a giant rotting fish?
Well, and then and they were coming from Amsterdam to Detroit, right?
Yeah.
I want to interview the guys who was bringing this. I got questions.
Like, what is the reason?
Is this like a delicacy of some sort?
I don't know,
come
Ebro.
on, man. This is disgusting.
I don't. But how disgusting is that? And the way, they're describing it is that as soon as they open up the overhead compartment. Everyone started pinching their nose. I was like, how did he get this far? So
Griff suggests that it might have been left on the plane because they didn't properly clean the plane and it's just been sitting there rotten.
Oh, my God. I mean, listen, fam, just give everyone a button that counts.
Congratulations.
LLJ,
You played yourself.
I would die if that happened to me. I would die. Oh, I don't even know.
Yo, the way you're acting right now is exactly how my lady was acting when she read the story yesterday. She wanted to have a full 30-minute conversation about this. I was like, babe, and she was like, no, you don't understand. Can you imagine? And I was like,
I would be in the back of the plane throwing up. I just don't, I can't.
I mean,
a little maggot never hurt nobody. Yeah,
I mean,
A little.
well, no, they're really little.
Over her
They're
body
really little.
and her head.
And you said it was only a
10 or
dozen, 12 little things. Be all right.
if there was a real maggot situation, Laura, I feel like we're talking about thousands.
Well, no, they said only 12 fell. There may have been
Rosenberg,
thousands up in the fish.
Let me throw 12 maggots on top of your head and let me see how you feel. You're going to be throwing them too.
Absolutely not. I'm not playing your weird maggot game, but
Who you calling a maggot? You're a maggot.
isn't that what you call maggot people?
I do call MAGA people maggots.
That makes sense.
It does. Rosenberg, what you got today?
Well, I'm deciding whether I should give it to Ebro because even though what you said was all true and important about Fani Willis,
Is it Fani or is it Fanny?
I always thought
It'd be
it was Fanny
Fani
till
if it was Fani.
It is Fani. Either way, it's Fani, but I thought it was Fanny. But maybe it's Fani. But no, just the fact that we got on the air and the first trial we talked about was that instead of the fact that Trump is going to face real criminal charges in New York. That's
right.
Forward.
That's right.
This is not what he wants. You know what Trump called it? A very sad day. It's a sad day for New York. Very sad.
Very sad.
It's a very sad day. Not sad for me. Hit him with the button.
Congratulations. You played
Now,
yourself.
I had a thought yesterday, and I knew that I would say this thought, and I'm going to say this with conviction, and then I figured at the end, Ebro will want to hit me with the button.
Wait, you had a thought and you knew you were going to say a thought? That's profound.
I had a thought. I said, I'm going to share this thought. And
There
then
you
I
go.
said, at the end, Ebro's going to hit the button.
Okay.
Even though I'm serious about it, he's likely going to hit the button for even having the thought.
Okay.
The hopefulness of this thought.
All right, here we go.
I was listening to a wonderful, brand new country song by my favorite country artist, Beyonce. Texas Hold'em.
There you go.
Yes.
And I was listening to Texas Hold'em, and we've been listening to a lot of that in the house. A big Texas Hold'em fan. And I'm listening to it, and I thought about that. And then I said to my wife, I was like, you know what? Throw on that Luke Combs Fast Car. Let's go back to back. Let's listen to Luke Combs Fast Car. And I thought about that moment at the Grammys where Luke Combs, a big country artist, was on stage with Tracy Chapman showing this like clear deference and respect to this black icon.
That's right.
On stage.
Right.
Like it was very
Right.
clear he was like, bowing like, oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
with
yeah, it
Tracy
was beautiful.
Chapman. And you could feel it. Like you could feel it watching it, this lovely moment. And then I thought about Beyonce dropping a country record. And I just thought, it's kind of, both of those things are kind of important. Like we're living in a time that is defined by extreme people, particularly the extreme right Trump crowd that we know to be racist, bigoted, and nasty. But I wonder if you could take moments like this and get reminded, sort of like you could during the Obama administration, that while a big chunk of the country is depressingly racist and horrible, most people are not that. And could this Beyonce moment be calculated and important to see how people react to that record? Because my guess is, Ebro, we're going to see the stories. The stories that get loud are going to be the country station says we're not playing it, and some DJ says you're not a country artist. But is that going to be the reality of how people feel about that music when they hear it? Or are most people going to hear it and say, I like this, I want this? Just like they did with Luke Combs and Tracy Chapman. So
Is that a question? Is that a rhetorical question, or is that
no? No. It's a statement. I say all of that to say maybe here in 2024, as we face a lot of scary things right in the face, maybe there are some artists that can remind us that this place is not as bad as it seems.
There you go.
What?
And for all of that, I know what Ebro's going to say.
Yeah, hit the button.
Congratulations. You played yourself.